Yo, what's up, Libra? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of June 2017. Libra, quick announcement before I start your forecast. I'm posting daily astrology on my Facebook page. So head there every day. Check out the forecast for your sign. Check out the forecast for any other signs. I'm going to be making this announcement every month because I'm getting a lot of new subscribers. So thank you to all my new subscribers that are coming in. I just want to make sure you're aware of my Facebook page. And for all of my existing subscribers, thank you very much for your continued support. I wouldn't be able to do this without your loyalty. Now I'm going to jump into your forecast for the month of June 2017. The sun is going to be in the sign of Gemini throughout the month of June 2017. Gemini is your ninth house. It has to do with faraway places, foreign cultures. It has to do with spirituality. So up until June 20th, you're going to be very busy with all the things that I just mentioned. Either that or you're going to have a heightened fascination regarding faraway places, a heightened fascination regarding spirituality. On June 20th, the sun's going to shift into Cancer. Cancer is your 10th house. That's to do with your career situation primarily. So you're going to be really busy when it comes to career matters following June 20th. But those are the main themes for you, Libra, for the month of June 2017. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on June 3rd, Venus, the planet of love, is in Aries. And it's aligning with Uranus in the same area. So you have Venus, the planet of love, and Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, and they're aligning in Aries. And Aries is your 7th house. And the 7th house has to do with all the one-on-one relationships in your life. So if you are a Libra that's coupled up, this could be something unexpected coming up regarding your romantic situation, regarding your relationship. Potentially, this is actually a good day for, potentially for you to surprise your significant other with something, potentially surprise them with something romantic. Or if you're single, this is a good day for you to let the object of your affection know how you feel. Also on June 3rd, the sun is in Gemini. Gemini is your 9th house. That's to do with faraway places, foreign cultures. That's to do with spirituality. It's making a positive angle to Jupiter in your sign. So this is right around this time, Libra. It's like some of you maybe just got back from somewhere far away. Potentially some of you are going somewhere far away. Potentially some of you are in a faraway place right now watching this video. So it's going to resonate differently for all Libras. Now, not all Libras are going to be going to faraway places. Not all Libras are going to be traveling to a distant location right around this time. And if you're not, you may just have a heightened fascination with faraway places around this time, or potentially you're interacting with somebody who's in a faraway place, or potentially you could know somebody who's local, who's from some sort of foreign culture. Also, this is going to heighten your fascination with spirituality. So if you know anybody in your life who's a spiritual figure, potentially you could be interacting with this person right around this time. On June 5th, Mercury, the planet of communications, in Taurus. It's making a challenging aspect to the North Node, which is in Leo. Taurus is your 8th house. That's to do with your sex life. That's to do with your shared resources. The North Node is in Leo. Leo is your 11th house. That's to do with your friendships and has to do with social media. So potentially some of you, maybe somebody on social media is attracted to you potentially, and maybe they just don't know how to approach you, or, potentially it could be somebody in your friendships, or vice versa. Who do you know through your friendships, or who do you know through social media that potentially you're attracted to, and maybe you don't really know how to connect with them? So look out for that on June 5th. On June 9th, there's a full moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is your 3rd house. That's to do with all the communication in your life. And full moons bring changes, so you could change the way you're communicating, Libra, following June 9th. Maybe you always saw yourself communicating one way, or you always know to be, maybe potentially, a lot of you Libras are very diplomatic. Potentially, maybe you're not going to be so diplomatic following June 9th, and maybe you have a reason for it. I'm not saying that's going to happen for all of you Libras. This could resonate differently for all Libras. So following the full moon on June 9th, potentially some of you Libras could think about car shopping. Potentially some of you Libras could, something could come up with your car potentially. Potentially some of you other Libras could be thinking about upgrading your phone. Now, this area also has to do with your siblings. So, you might see some developments with your siblings potentially following this full moon. And this full moon also has to do, for you, this full moon also has to do with short distance trips. So potentially a lot of Libras could be going on a lot more short distance trips more frequently following the full moon on June 9th. So these are different ways that it can resonate for you. And not all of you Libras are involved in media, film, TV, radio. Obviously, there's probably only a few of you that are, compared to the amount of Libras there actually are in the world. But for those of you that are, potentially you could see some kind of development regarding the things that I just mentioned. And, even if you aren't involved in anything that I just mentioned, potentially you could jump on YouTube and start recording your own video, or, potentially if you already do something like that, maybe you're going to have some sort of change with it or update. So look out for that, Libra. And then on June 9th, Jupiter is in your sign, and it's been retrograding in your sign since February 6th. The retrogrades where the planet looks like it's going backwards. It's not really going backwards. It looks like it is. What does that mean astrologically? Well, potentially this may have created some sort of hang up with some sort of plan that you might have had for your life. So maybe you were thinking about moving your life in a certain direction, and maybe you just really weren't sure how to proceed with your life. Now Jupiter is going to start to move forward in your sign again, and now potentially you could have a lot clearer of a sense about how you're supposed to proceed with your life. So I think that's really something to be really excited about, Libra. On June 13th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Gemini. Gemini is your 9th house. It has to do with faraway places. It has to do with foreign cultures. It has to do with spirituality. It's making a challenging aspect to Neptune, which is in Pisces. Pisces has to do with your work. So potentially somebody could be interacting with you on June 13th, and potentially think about your career. I mean, not even just the career that you're in now, because Neptune is actually going to go retrograde in a couple days after June 13th. So potentially this could mean that you might already be interacting with someone potentially who you used to work with. And Mercury is the planet of communication. So potentially you're communicating with somebody in a faraway place. For others of you, it might have to do something to do with your work, potentially. Somehow spirituality could factor into it. For others of you, potentially it could be about somebody who's from some sort of foreign background or foreign culture. So it's going to resonate differently for all of you Libras. So, whoever you're chatting with may want to connect with you, or vice versa. And maybe they don't know how to approach you, or vice versa. Maybe you want to approach them, but you don't really know how to go about it. So you'll figure it out, Libra. Once June 13th gets here, you'll have a better idea about how it's actually going to play out. On June 16th, Neptune is going retrograde, and that's in your 6th house of your work situation. So this could put some things on hold regarding your work situation, or it could bring people back from your past who potentially people who you used to work with. So on June 16th, Neptune's going to go retrograde. And once again, retrogrades where the planet looks like it's going backwards. It's not really going backwards, but it looks like it is. What does it mean astrologically? Well, it's going to be retrograding from June 16th all the way up until November 22nd. So in your work, things may slow down a little bit, and you're probably just going to be reviewing things over and over and over regarding how you want to proceed with your work life. Potentially there's going to be people popping up who you used to work with. So get ready for that between June 16th and November 22nd. And on June 19th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Gemini, your 9th house of faraway places, foreign cultures, spirituality. It's making a positive angle to the North Node, which is in Leo. Leo is your 11th house, has to do with your friendships. It has to do with social media. So potentially you could be communicating with somebody over social media. Potentially this person could be in a faraway place. Potentially this person could be from a foreign culture. And this is a positive aspect between Mercury and the North Node. So potentially this is a good situation. This is good communication between you and whoever you're talking to. This could potentially be a spiritual figure who's in your life. And for others of you, you might know this person through your friendships. On June 23rd, there's a new moon in the sign of Cancer. And Cancer is your 10th house, and that's to do primarily with your professional life. So the way a new moon works is it's going to hit on June 23rd, and in the 6 months that follow June 23rd, all these new developments are going to start coming down your life regarding your career situation, Libra. So this potentially for, not all Libras are going to enter into a new career, but yeah, I mean, it's a new moon and it's in your area of career. So some of you Libras following June 23rd, you may get a new career. in the 6 months that follow June 23rd, there may be a new career opportunity that pops up for some of you. Now, if you're a Libra that loves your career, now there's potentially just going to be new stuff that's coming up in your existing career. So the new moon will hit on June 23rd. And then the 6 months that follow June 23rd, potentially all these developments are going to start coming up in your career, in your existing career. You're going to see new stuff coming up, maybe, new people coming in. Potentially you're going to be doing a new role within your existing company. So it's going to resonate differently for all Libras. And then on June 27th, Mercury, the planet of communications in Cancer, that's your 10th house of career. It's making a positive angle to Neptune, which is now retrograding in Pisces. That's your 6th house of your work. So this is a great day for your work and for your career. Potentially you're connecting with somebody from the past, somebody that you used to know in a previous professional situation. That's not going to resonate that way for all of you, but you do have Neptune retrograding on this day. So, and it's making a positive angle to Mercury, which suggests communication. But I think that's all I have for you this month, Libra. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram, Gregory Furlan Official. Facebook, posting daily astrologies, Gregory Furlan. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.